Deep in the basement of Paris's Museum of Mankind, there are 18,000 skulls. This is the Museum Archive, a collection mostly built up in the 19th century, when early anthropologists collected skulls from all over the globe to study.
At the time, researchers were trying to gather samples of all human life in all its diversity.
37 of them have now attracted particular controversy. The Algerian government says they belonged to resistance fighters who fought against French colonial troops, but researchers say they can't be sure.
Among these 40 or so skulls, we have 7 or 8 who we can prove were resistance fighters. Some were decapitated after a battle and others shot afterwards. Another half a dozen who fought for colonial troops and some common criminals.
Historians believe at least some of the skulls were fighters killed at the Battle of Zaatcha in 1849. Whose heads were displayed on pikes by French troops. Algeria now wants these skulls back, and French President Emmanuel Macron promised to return them on a trip to the country before Christmas. This controversy isn't just about human remains. A number of African countries, including Benin, want France to give back art objects that were seized during the colonial era. The problem there is that museums say they're part of the cultural heritage of humanity, not of a particular country. In the case of the skulls, they need to be identified first, and then the French Parliament would need to pass a law to hand them over.
Those objects in the collection, those specimens in the collections, they do not belong to the museum. They belong to France, and we are just the keeper of those. This is for this reason that we need a juridic framework in order to enter in the process of restitution of those precise skulls.
The museum is ready to give them back, but researchers have a lot of work still to do uncovering the life stories of these 39 people before their remains can be returned to Algeria. Elena Casas, CGTN, Paris.